Okay, so look, we gonna be studying words again today. And as we know, words do not have vowels. Vowels like A, E, I, O, U were made up. So we practice learning the real way that words are spelled and spoken. So money is really when you take the vowels out, O, E, and sometimes Y is also a vowel. So when you take the O, E, and the Y, you get M-N, okay? And since we live in a world where things have been reversed, when you reverse the M-N, it is N-M, you see? So the real money, m, is enemy. D real. D real. We don't use the letter T at all. We don't use the letter J at all. So when you spell the real, it is the letter D. And then you have the word real. In the second row, you will see D real. Okay. So when you take the vowels, the E and the A out of D real, you get drill. The real. You know, the real, drill, young age drill. It's the real, drill, young age drill, the real. And then when you see the real, it's really Lord when you spell LRD backwards. You see what I'm saying? Whereas the MN represents the money, which is also the NM, if you want to spell it that way, because everything goes the same from front to back, forward and backwards. Just like the word race car spells race car if you spell it forward or backwards. The same goes with these words. Okay, so if you look at the third row, you will see the gold. D, gold. Remember, we don't use T or H. We don't use T or H, so there is no THE. To say the is to say the letter D. D. So D gold is DGOLD. And since there are no vowels and vowels were made up, we don't use made up vowels. So D gold is basically DGLD. You see what I'm saying? Just like the glory, DGLORY. But since there is no O, you can see that the glory represents us, the children of God, which is the jewelry. We are the jewelry, the shining ones, the precious things of value that belong to God, the jewelry. We are the money. The money is in us. The monies. The monies. You see, they tried to take a word and make it sound like it was demonic. But that was them demonizing us. We are the money. We are the church's money that they stole. We are the money. The money. You see? So that's what they do in this world. They try to make you feel bad about the thing that you is that is good, like the money. And then they'll add a C to that word and make it seem like it's demonic. See, all they did was add a C to the money and put a C on it. The money is the money. But that's a lie, because all they care about is the money, and all they want is the money. And they make you think that you are demonic. While they put you in a box or put you in chains and locks and use all of the money that come from you. And the money is in your DNA, man. If you are a child of God and one of the jewelry and one of the jewels and one of the Jews, then everyone knows that you have Christ's blood inside of you. You have life blood inside of you. You have a river of living waters in all of your genetic body fluid that is wet. Your white blood is your slob, your saliva, your semen, and your sexual reproduction fluid that comes from your genitals. That is your white blood that fights germs and diseases. Your red blood is just your red blood that is red, that carries oxygen and other things throughout the body. Yes. So as we go down to the next row, number 4 in the 4th row, you will see the judge and the jury. Because see, we don't use the letter J and we're not using vowels. So since we don't use vowels and we don't use the letter J, you can clearly see the judge and the jury. And in the brackets next to that, you can see the word Lord again, which is L-O-R-D, L-O-R-D. But since we don't use vowels, that makes it L-R-D, Lord, Lord, I want Lil Red. The Lord, I want Lil Red. But when you spell L-R-D backwards, you get the real, the real. You know what I'm saying? And that's me and my girlfriend. And my girlfriend is Lil Red, and I'm the real deal. Young Ass Trail, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm down your boy Dopey. I'm pious. And the people like me that say I'm pious, the ones that say I'm pious always strikes back. So the Lord, LRD, is the same as the real. You get what I'm saying? You gotta understand this game, man, because if you move to the next row, not the bottom row, but the row right before you get to the bottom one. So in row number 5, you can see the word game. And since we don't use vowels, when you drop the vowels from the word game, you get the word GM, which is gem, you know, like a diamond. We are the crystal gems. We'll always save the day. And if you think we can't, we'll always find a way. We are the crystal gems. GM, a diamond, shine bright like a diamond. You see what I'm saying? So the game is about the gems. You get what I'm saying? But in order to trick you in the game, we know that the letter M is also 2 lowercase letter N's, because a M is just 2 N's put together to make the letter M. So since there is no vowels, GM, when you translate the M back into separate letter N's, 2 N's, you will see where they get the word gun from, because they use their guns to trap us and take us into custody, to take our blood, sweat, tears, and to take medical needles and IVs and do blood transfusions by telling us that we are sick and that they need to run a few tests, by telling us that we have diabetes is what they do to black people, and they tell you have high blood pressure so that they can get into your blood and pressure you to give them blood samples. And just like in the grocery store, when people be eating food, everybody likes samples because samples are free. So the word sample, when they say blood sample, is just like in the grocery store. They want you to give them your food, your blood, your life for free. So they said we just need a few samples and we just need to run a few tests, and you know, it's all lies, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that same word gun is the same word, when you take the vowels out, it's the same word as gin, and everybody knows that the gin is used to make you sin, and that D-gin is really the D-man. The real D-mans is D-gin, and the gin is the man that'll offer you gin and ask you to sin and take your panties off or have sex with them or take your drawers off and be gay with them. All of these men that are D-men are really D-gin, and they have D-gun with them, and they have D-gin with them, and they have this game that they playing. That's why when they have sex with you, they say that they scored. It's all a game, man. So you gotta protect your energy, and that's what the last row is about. It's about your energy. You see? And your energy is the same word as your image. Notice the word image, I-M-A-G-E. Since it is no I, since it is no A, and since it is no E, your energy is your image, N-N-G. Your N-R-G. That's why they call us green. Green energy is clean energy. You see what I'm saying? So your NNG is your energy. And your NNG, your energy reflects your image. You get what I'm saying? And your energy and all of that, man. So this was today's lesson about words. You can relook at this video and take notes and write it down on paper. So a few notes to remember at the end of this video. The letter M is always the letter N times 2. If you take the letter N and write it 2 times right next to each other, a lowercase letter n, that is where you get the letter M. Remember that you have been lied to about letters, words, definitions, and meanings. You will never make it in life unless you know these things that I am telling you. Please stay tuned for more details and you will learn how to properly speak, talk, read, and write.